president of the Indian Creek Valley ATV Club, from now on ICV ATV Club. And we're here to celebrate a big step for our club. We're going to purchase a piece of land that's behind me. It's 93 acres, but we're getting help to buy 88 acres from DCNR. And I'm going to turn it over to Secretary Dunn first to say a few words, and then I'll follow up.
Good. Well, thanks for your advocacy on behalf of Motorized, and thanks for participating in our statewide committee. As you know, at DCNR, we're the recreation agency in state government, and we operate under a statewide recreation plan, and there's a strong interest in motorized outdoor recreation. Across Pennsylvania, we offer a lot of opportunity. Here in Southwest Pennsylvania, we recognize the need for additional opportunity, and Indian Creek is willing to step up and expand their opportunity, and we were happy to participate with an $88,000 grant to purchase additional 111, I'm sorry, it's the other way around, 88 acres for 111,000 and to add to the riding opportunity here. And I think, for a club like this to keep expanding the opportunity, make it more exciting, and encourage people to join in, and allow daytime use just to get some more people in. I want to acknowledge Senator Pat Stefano and his role in advocacy on behalf of this grant and on behalf of the club, and also Representative Ryan Warner. Both have representatives here today. I would say this in state government, we depend on our lawmakers and legislative branch of government to approve our budget, to secure funding, and allow us to do what we consider the best part of our job, and that is to be able to give grants to organizations like yours to expand recreational outdoor riding opportunities. People enjoy the outdoors different ways, and we think that this is a very special part of Pennsylvania's landscape, part of the Laurel Highlands, and this is another way to get people outdoors and interested and connected to nature. I do want to introduce some of our key staff out here in the region. Adam Mattis, who's your local recreation advisor, and the grants guy. His recommendation carries a lot of weight back in Harrisburg. We've got Lauren Imgren, our deputy for Conservation and Technical Services, who's the deputy over the grants. John Norbeck, our deputy for Parks and Forests, who's a motorized user himself. You can get arguments with him over ATVs versus Jeeps, and he'll take you on that one. Kathy Franco, our regional supervisor here. I didn't see Kathy. Kathy supervises the whole western side of the state. Chris Novak, our communications director, who's also in charge of our water initiative. It's kind of neat to see that you have a water cleanup project here on site. So, I was with our Bureau of Forestry yesterday at the Envirothon in Johnstown, and a forester was called in and was asked by the club to look at sustainable forestry and really managing this land sustainably, and our forester really had great things to say about the club and your interest in stewardship. Stewardship's a big part of our mission at DCNR, and I think telling that story for the riders and helping to promote, the best stewardship and riding opportunities is fantastic. I think with the acid mine treatment and the forest stewardship and your erosion control methodologies here, that's a good story to tell. So we're happy to be partners in this. We do offer a statewide grants program. It's going to be 2 rounds a year, summer rounds coming up, and so there's an opportunity for another grant round. And again, we look at the opportunities statewide. We have a number of good opportunities across the state. Fayette County is big in ATVs. We look at the registration numbers. Fayette, Allegheny, there's a lot of interest in the Southwest, and so we're looking for big coal mine areas to maybe find another public partner, maybe a county or a local government partner somewhere, and expand riding opportunities out here in the southwest part of the state. We think there's a growing desire. I'll just put that plug out here. We got people from Southwest PA. That's all I have to say, and congrats to you for your leadership and taking on new land and new riding opportunity, and wish you the best. And we'll stand here as a partner with you on your development and future opportunities.
Yep. The good news is that we got money from you to buy land. That's a great step. The bad news for you is that once I find a source of money, I come back. You'll be hearing from me again.
We get that, but with a capable partner that's expanding opportunity is a good partner for us. So we appreciate that.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm going to go quickly through. I joined this club, I couldn't even tell you the date, but it's been about 12 years ago, and versus today. When I joined way back when, there were 69 memberships. Today we have over 256 memberships. That's family memberships. It's well over 500 people. Back then we only had 11 miles of trail. Today we have 52. We leased about 428 acres from 4 people back then. We now lease 769 acres from 12 different landowners. Back then we didn't own any acreage. Now we're going to own 163 acres. And the price of the membership back then was $65 a year. Now it's only $95. So we've got 5 times as many miles to ride and only increased the price about 50%. So we are doing some good things. I know it's working, but none of this would have been possible if we hadn't worked on our partnerships. And the first one we had to work on before I was involved, I mean, there were some leaders here that were here when I wasn't, but working with landowners, I mean, that is the most important partner we have. And it has to be a good relationship. They have to know we're taking care of their property. That's why we're interested in the forest and what we're doing there. How can we do these things without damaging? How can we keep them liability? And they let us ride their property. The second one is their neighbors. This is the epitome of small town America. Everybody here knows everyone else. So if you piss off one of the neighbors, they're going to be talking to the landowner. So you got to treat them all as if they were leasing from them, and we do. The next thing that I ran into becoming involved in a club is we were spending money faster than we were taking in. 65 or 69 memberships doesn't give enough money to pay all the leases and insurance and everything. If it wasn't for Yamaha, they come in at that point. I started asking them for help. They kept us afloat. They just allowed us to not lose money every year for a couple of years until we got enough trails and built it up. I can't express enough how important Yamaha has been. They have an outdoor access initiative program where they give grant money. We're on our 10th grant. So that's what I told you. I'll be back. And Yamaha couldn't be here today. The local rep couldn't be here. We have a dealer in Latrobe, Tom Schmizzy, Hillview Motors. He has been awesome helping us. He helps us get the Yamaha grants. He purchases a membership. He buys an ad. Does everything he can to help our club, and he couldn't be here either. So I have something in a handout for those that are visitors here. You'll see the letter that they wrote. We really appreciate it. Next thing we got involved in was PAOHB, which is a lobbying group that tries to encourage the state to watch the laws that affect off-road riding. Of course, we pay our membership. That helps them continue their work, and they've put us in touch with a lot of the government officials. So Senator Stefano was next. I went and visited him and got him involved. He's helped us tremendously in getting these grants and helping us with DEP. We also have Ben Wren here, who is a representative from Representative Warner's office. Do you want to say a couple words?
Well, actually, I'm Senator Pat Stefano's
I'm
chief
sorry,
of
I got
staff.
the backwards. There she is.
Melissa Zan is here for Representative Ryan Warner.
Yeah.
But I just want to take a moment and first of all thank DCNR for their support of this terrific group. And thank Al, because Al came into our office about 2.5 years ago, just as Pat was starting to take office, and highlighted the issue that they were having successfully applying for grants. And we looked into what the law was and introduced Senate Bill 648 in the 2015-16 session, which was signed into law by Governor Wolf after it passed the Senate and the House. And what that did was create a dedicated funding source for ATV trail opportunities from the original pool of money. It was infiltrated, if you will. It was in the same commingled. There's the word. It was commingled with the snowmobile grants, and so they weren't. They didn't feel they were getting the correct amount of money from that particular grant pool. So Senate Bill 648 gave the snowmobilers their registration fees, the ATV riders their registration fees, and again that was passed overwhelmingly in both houses of the legislature, and signed into law by Governor Wolf, and now DCNR is doing a great job in enacting that legislation and putting that into effect. So this grant money will hopefully expand opportunities all over the Commonwealth and particularly in southwestern PA, where we are greatly underserved in the amount of ridership availabilities that are available to users.
We have a red-tailed hawk.
And we have a red-tailed hawk turning here. So,
is that the Harley symbol?
So, again, thank you to your club for getting us involved in this issue, and for the advocacy that you unleashed in Harrisburg to make sure that users got in touch with their members of the legislature and passing that law, and of course DCNR for their successful enacting of that legislation over the next couple of years. So thank you, Al.
Sorry for the wrong introduction.
That's okay.
Melissa Dezan from
Representative Warner's office. I'll just say that Ryan is sad that he was not able to make it today. He would have wanted to come early and stay late and ride the trails. Absolutely. And any way that our office can support you, please feel free to call us, because he is an avid sportsman and outdoorsman.
If you have money, I'll be there.
We can help you find some.
That's fine. Now, I understand we've made some inroads, not personally, but with some of our county commissioners too. Vince Massaidi was going to be here and couldn't make it. That's unfortunate. It's glad we're finally getting in touch with them. And then we have the local township supervisors have been very helpful, especially as we've been trying to get gravel and put in culverts. They actually were able to purchase the material at a lower cost, which saved us money. So we've got the whole state, county, and the local township involved. We also have a partnership, seems kind of weird, but Department of Environmental Protection, DEP in Pennsylvania, is all about conservation, and it sounds like ATVs, that's a bad mix. It isn't. There's a lot of things we can do to help limit our effect on the environment and try to do things properly. We had an issue with them on the hiking bike bridge down here. We have worked it out. We're both very happy to say that we're going to share a bridge between non-motorized and motorized. Doesn't happen very often in Pennsylvania, but we worked it out. We have the signs underway, and we're going to open that bridge back up to the foot traffic very soon. And that got us down to where we are now with DCNR, getting our grant here, buying this property, and just another partnership. That led to the forestry that you've talked about. And our latest thing is we've gotten in touch with the Mountain Laurel Chamber of Commerce, the local people, local businesses. Chris Enberg is here, the do everything person for the chamber.
That's
if you want to say a few words.
Whatever it takes. I'm here on behalf of the Mount Laurel Chamber of Commerce to congratulate you, Al, and the club on your recent grant. I think that promoting outdoor safety while having fun and protecting the environment is a mission that we could all stand behind. Everybody would stand behind here. I know I do. I'd like to thank you for promoting for what you're doing, not only for the local business, but to the visitors in the area, and for partnering with us by encouraging the visitors in the area to be local by staying local, eating local, sleeping local, shopping local, and of course having a couple drinks local. So congratulations. I look forward to hearing much more about this. We're going to get a link on our website so everybody can see what you're doing, and happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Standing next to her is Sherry Bakovic. I gotta go down the list here. Sherry is president right now of the Laurel Chamber of Commerce. We lease 40 acres from her, and she does our taxes. Am I missing anything?
I collect your taxes.
Yeah, collect your taxes.
Do your taxes, collect your taxes.
Yeah, so Sherry, we've been involved with her for a long time, and her husband is one of the township supervisors. So, like I said, it's a small town USA here. So the last partnership that I want to mention is there's a whole bunch of them here, all my fellow officers. There's a whole lot of members here that have been very active in doing the work. And we know that the next thing we need to do is find somebody the next level down. I'm approaching 60, and almost all the officers are older than me. So we've got to start looking for the 40 and 50-year-olds to start getting involved in the club, and hopefully in the next 5 years they become officers and will keep this thing going. So that's something that we really need to work on to make sure that this stays a permanent place for everyone to ride and enjoy. So that's something we're focused on. We're going to work hard to do that. But I just can't help but think that all these partnerships have happened one right after another. I think there's probably more that we still haven't hit that we'll keep making, and hopefully we can keep growing. So I'm very thrilled to have the property. There's some great opportunities. You have a chance inside. I have a map of the trail system we have laid out on there. And when you ride on those trails, there's 3 spots to go to, and I really wanted to take you there. Today would have been perfect, because on the 3rd trail over, there's actually a waterfall. You drive up, and you can just see the water coming down. After a rain like last night, that's beautiful. It dries up a little bit during dry time, but it's neat to see that. When you get up on top, you can see this ridge, and the next ridge behind it. It's a gorgeous view of Pennsylvania. And one of our neighbors is a Rittenauer over there, has a farm. If you get up there and look at that, it is the most beautiful farm you ever want to see. Every building on his site is gorgeous, well kept. It makes the whole landscape look really nice. So, and then the last one, when you go all the way out to the end of the property, way up top, you look down on Mellcroft, and it's really neat to be up that high and see the town and recognize the businesses that are down there. You can see it all from up above. It is so neat, and it's something we've talked again about. Destination points. People want to go somewhere when they get here on the quad or dirt bike. Where can I go? We had a cemetery that everybody would go to. It was like the only place to go. One tombstone, but we've added 3 with just this 88 acres that you're helping us buy, and it is really neat to add that to the enjoyment of our members and guests. So.
Waterfall, you can't beat a waterfall.
I know. And it's multi-step. It just comes down off of rocks. It's really neat. So, I think that's all I have to say. Is there anyone else here I missed?
I don't want to talk, but I want to just get everyone over there so we can take a picture then, like everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah, sure, I know.
Okay.
I know.